What's up, everybody? It is Amrinder Singh. Today, I'm gonna explain a Punjabi song named Pindan de Jaye. So, you are gonna learn a lot of colloquial vocabulary through this song. Um, I mean, a lot compared to other songs I explained back in the days, but in this song, you will learn a lot more vocabulary. Another thing, before I start, make sure you subscribe my YouTube channel because I'm gonna explain a lot of things, a lot of grammar about Punjabi there through the videos. I also explain a lot of grammar on the podcast, but it's just the audio, right? But like if you wanna like learn, like maybe it's hard for you to learn through just audio, you also wanna see a video, the writing, basically, all right, the Punjabi writing stuff like that, so you can understand better. Then make sure you go on my YouTube channel and subscribe it. If you are already listening it on YouTube, probably you already subscribed. All right, anyway, let's get started. All right, I think he said padre or pakhde, I'm not sure. So padre de phullan varge, something like, I need to listen it again, one sec. Yeah, I think he said pakhde de phullan varge pindan de jaye. So pakhda is some kind of, you can call it a plant or a weed, whatever. It has very sharp what you call like thorn, whatever. So yeah, so full means a flower. So he's talking about some kind of flowers, right? Just say pakhde de flower. Um, Pindan de Jaye. All right. I think Jai here, he's talking about the guys, basically, the guys from the village. That's what he's saying. All right. Then he say, Kinniya hi chiriyan nang ke tere tak aaya. Kinniya means a lot. Chiriyan. So basically, chiri is kind of, in old Punjab, we have like a lot of like, I don't know what you call in English. In Punjabi, we call it like a tibbe. It's kind of like a sand hills, like you see in desert. I think maybe you call it a barren, like a barren hills, something like that. I don't know. So we have that kind of area, and there are a lot of like a bushes and tree, some kind of like a fast goes through that's what's called chiri. All right. So he was talking about kinniya hi chiriya, a lot of that kind of paths. Nangke, langana means kind of crossing. All right, we cross these kind of paths. Tere takaya. So he is talking about telling this to the girl, like we go through these kind of paths. That's how we like get you. All right. It could have a couple of meanings, or it could also maybe, because back in the day, a lot of like paths, it was just dirt roads. They were not roads, right? In Punjab, that's what he's talking about. I think maybe he met the girl, and when he has to meet the girl, and he has to go through these kind of chiriya. All right, I think that's what he's saying. Then he said English which can December. All right, which means in. All right, so it means we call December in English with kind of strong accent. I think that's what he's talking about. Then he said Porda hai darv kude. Po is basically a month. Is kind of Punjabi months. I also think made a podcast about Punjabi months. We have different months, like traditional, you can say, or the official, like a January, February. We have like other Punjabi months, like a Po, Mag, Fagan, something like that. So he's talking about the Po month. All right. Darv. I think Darv means kind of like a, I don't know. I think Darv means it's kind of like a love, I think. Yeah. So he's talking about showing the love of the Po month. Basically comes in the winter. I think that's what he's talking about. Then he say narme de futta varge. Narma means a cotton or a cotton plant. Foot means kind of the cotton you see on basically. If you see the form of the cotton, I don't know. I think most of you guys don't. When it's cotton plant and it has first it comes like it grows a flower. After flower, it becomes some kind of like a how to say um like a it's become ball on that, and after that ball it's like a sprayed and you can see the cotton inside. The cotton shape is kind of like a white flower, and that's basically cotton, not the flower, and you can just pluck that cotton, and that's how people do the harvesting. So that kind of when you see the cotton like a flower, that's called futta, not the flower. All right, not the full. In Punjabi flower means full, but that cotton which is like looks like a flower shape, that's called foot. So it's so soft, right? So he's talking about like he's describing the villager guys, right? He was talking we are like that kind of soft. Narm and sau means kind of um not mean like an innocent something like that. That's why he's talking about like we are kind of innocent, kind-hearted guys from the village. That's what he's explaining. Basically he's explaining villager guys in his song. Then he said allade tere naina de auna na mech kode, right? Allad here it means he's talking to a girl. Allad means kind of girl here. Nan means kind of eyes, all right? Mech means mech means some kind of like a fit, all right? So basically he's talking about we are not gonna be fit in your eyes, not inside eyes. It means you won't like us probably. That's what he's talking about. So mech we use a lot like if you just say I bought a shoe for you, right? I said let's try it. Then I would say e mecha tere. So when I say a mecha, I'm asking like, is it fit you for your feet, whatever, or it's fit size? So that means the mech, or mech means kind of like a measurement. It's like if I wear the t-shirt, I think it's fit to me. I will say, "Ha, mere mecha." All right. Keep in mind this is really good vocabulary, the mech. All right. So in his line, he's talking about probably you won't like us. All right. We are not gonna be fit for you, something like that. That's what he's talking to this girl in the song. All right. Then he's calling a girl like Aja ik wari sanu nede to dekh kude. So it means he is just calling girl, just come to see me from the near, not from the far. I think you can also see the video of this song. This song name is Pindan de Jaye. Alright, you can search on the YouTube and you can also watch the video. It's a video song as well. Alright. So he said, "Na hi kade thakke balliye, na hi kade akke ne." So, na hi kade thakke. Thakkana means tired. Like we never tired. Akkana means kind of bored. We never bored. That's what he's saying. All right. He also said balliye. So when he said balliye, it means he's talking to a girl like a balliye. He's referring to a girl, right? So yeah. Then he said banਕਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਲਿਮਟਾਂ ਵਰਗੇ ਪਰ ਆੜੀ ਪੱਕੇ ਨੇ. So you know the limits of the like a banks, it makes your limit like your credit limit. That's what you're talking about. You can spend your money according to that credit limit. It's just like a kind of established that's your real limit. So he's talking like kind of that limit. Like my friend is like a pakke ne, right? Adi means friend. I also like I describe this vocabulary. We have like a multiple vocabulary for friends, like a dost, Adi, jar, something like that. So he's using here Adi, all right? So aadi par pakke ne. He say limit. So like my friendship is like as strong as the credit limit of the banks, because if you got the credit limit, most likely you're gonna be stay there, all right, if you're doing good. So that's what he's explaining here. I think he said हवा दा जो होया आदि तड़के तक मुड़दा नहीं. I don't know what this mean. I think I need to listen it again and then tell you. Honestly, I listen it again. I don't know what you're trying. He is saying adi or pyaji. I don't know. So basically, if he's saying adi means kind of addicted. So like he was talking, haba means the air, the fresh wind, whatever, right? Tadke tak mordani. Tadka means the morning, right? I don't basically get this. Like if I like put all together, it seems like he was saying if somebody becomes addicted to the air, he won't be back in until the morning, something like that. I don't know, maybe he's talking about some kind of like when you go to farm in the morning, it's so good, you just got addicted, and then you just don't want to go home because you are in really good weather until in the morning, something like I don't get it honestly, but I think that's probably he's trying to say. Then he's talking about ki to ki ban janda taude vich gudda nahi. A lot of you guys probably know the word tauda, and a lot of probably don't. Tauda is kind of like a big utensil of made from like a soil. Basically, how they make, they just like put the first they shape this utensils whatever, and then they basically put under the fire so it makes harder, so then they can put in the water, all right, that's called tauda. He's talking about taude ch ki to ki ban janda gudda nahi. Gud basically means a jaggery, so it basically made from like a sugarcane juice, so they also put on the fire so it become like a jaggery. A lot of you guys know what is the meaning of jaggery, so in Punjabi we call it gud. So if you put the gud in the tauda, so but he's talking about a lot of people here in Punjab when they make the alcohol. So the alcohol, the homemade alcohol is people make from the sugar cane, all right. First they make the gud, or maybe they just buy a gud, then they put in this tauda, then put the fire, that's how they make the alcohol. So he's just talking about like a gud, like a jaggery. If you put in the tauda, so it becomes something different, which means alcohol. That's what he's referring, all right. Then he's talking about sachi tu lagdi sanu pani jo neri ni. I think he's saying here to the girl, like you feel like us, to us, like the water of the canal of water of the river. So why he's referring to, because if you are a farmer, the water of the river is very important to you, because you put water in it, the farm is a much better water compared to the water you bring from the groundwater. It's also clean, but the water came from the river. It has a lot of nutrients, the micronutrients came from like through these mountains, right? It's very important. So that's why I think he's telling to girl, because these are the villager guy who do the farming. So he is showing to the girl the importance of that girl, because you are so important to us. I think that's what he's saying. Oh, we like you a lot, something like that. Then he said, "Tere te husn aa gaya nange pari." Husn means like it could be like a adulthood, or it's also kind of your attractiveness, the beautiful. Nange peri means bare feet. I think he's explaining to the girl when she was like a kind of teenage, 14, 15. A lot of kids like just playing here, like mostly like bare feet, stuff like that. When you become like 17, 18, 19 or whatever, you become mature, you become adult, and all of a sudden you become more attractive. I think that's what he's talking to the girl, like you just were playing like a bare feet, now you just become attractive. I think that's what it means. All right, nange peri means bare feet. Then he was saying ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਚੜੀ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਚੜਦਾ ਚੇਤ ਕੁੜੇ. So he's talking about himself, villager guys. Like we become like a Jawan means kind of young adult, right? Like a 19, 20, something like that, or 18, whatever. Chadda jiਵੇਂ ਚੇਤ ਕੁੜੇ. So chet again is a month, the Punjabi month, all right? It starts from the like a mid-March or something. So he's saying like a Jawani. So when mid-March came, so the temperature go up, right? The basically the winters go away, so it's become a little bit hot. So that's what he's explaining to like our like Jawani means young, kind of adulthood, something like that. So our like a youngness or adulthood like came to us like this month came, like we become hotter, we become kind of more attractive. That's what he's talking here. So this is his hook. I already explained. He's talking about like just come here near to me and see me from the near. That's what he's saying. Then he said, ਦਸ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਮਝੇਗੀ ਨੀ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ. All right, ਸਮਝਣਾ means how understandable, right? So ਕਿੱਦਾਂ means like a ਕਿਵੇਂ. So he was saying like how would you understand the village's lifestyle, right? So bataan means kind of stories, or it could be just talks, or right, or some kind of converse. I think he's talking about his stories, right? So basically he's talking about how would you understand, or you can also say lifestyle, because the girl in the video, you can see the girl came from the city. She was just surprised to see the villager life. So he was saying like how would you understand the story of the village or lifestyle of the village, because it's different than city. All right, that's what he's saying here. So then he said ਨਲਕਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੌਂ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ. So what is a nalka? All right, a lot of guys don't know. I think even the young guys who are Genjis, even in the Punjab, probably they don't see it in real. Maybe they see in the video. Even you can also see in the video, if you're watching this video, the song, when he's saying this line nalkiyan da pani, you can see there is a woman who is just like a pumping this nalka. So basically nalka is basically nalka is a water pump people use with the hand. Back in the day, the groundwater was so up like a couple of feet, just maybe like just 10 or 7 8 feet the ground, right, in the Punjab. So you just put the water pump, it's just a hand water pump, you just pump it and you can bring the water, right? That's called nalka. Now the groundwater is so down, all right, it's like a more than 100 feet, so you can't bring with the hand. Now you have to choose the motor pump, the electricity pump, to bring the water right up. So a lot of you guys probably know mostly we use the groundwater for drinking, for farming, and that's why. And people are growing the rice, so rice requires a lot of water, right? That's why the groundwater of Punjab is going down and down every year. All right, this is the big concern. Anyway, so he was talking about nalka. It's kind of hand pump for the water. All right. Then he was nalkiyan da pani saun janda ratan nu, because during the day people need a water. They have to give to the cattle they have to also use for like maybe washing clothes, stuff like that. So people are pumping all the time these nalkas to use water, right? It's not like they're all the time sending like a maybe, but basically the nalka somebody's everybody has a nalka back in the day. Another thing he's explained like a 20 years ago, not like a today, all right, 20 or 30 years ago. So people use the nalka, but in the night when everybody just go to sleep, then the water, that like a nalka means that like a hand pump, nobody is using that, right? So he was saying during the night that water of the nalka is also sleeps, all right, because there's no noise of those nalkas, all right. So that's what he's explaining. Then he will say, "Khulli ji puskat varge rakhde na raj kude." So here he's talking about like himself or his friends, basically about the villager guys. Khulli ji puskat varge. Puskat means a book, all right. He was like presenting his nature. He said, "We are like the open book. Rakhde na raj kude." Raj means a secret. I also made a, I think, video on the YouTube when I explained a couple of words. The Raj word is one of them. Raj could be also mean an empire, all right, the kingdom, but it also means a secret. So here he is using a secret, all right. So he was saying we are like an open book. We don't keep secrets, all right. Rakhna means keep, all right. Na means no or not. So Raj means secret. So he is saying we don't keep secret. We are like the open book. All right. One thing, I don't know what he said. I think I need to listen again. So he is saying ਟੱਪ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਕੋਠੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਹਾਸਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਕੁੜੇ. ਹਾਸਾ means laughing, right? ਆਵਾਜ਼ means your sound, all right? Kotha means your roofs. So he was saying when we laugh, laugh, when we laugh, so the noise of our laughs go to other people's house, right? It just jump over the roof. So it means we laugh so loud, right? So that's what he was saying. Then he said ਗੱਲ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੀ. So ਹੋਰ means more, right? ਇੱਕ means a one. So he say I'm going to tell you another thing about village, right? ਪਿੰਡ means village, all right? Tor means kind of like your status, something like that, your high status. ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ. ਅੱਕ basically it means a kind of bush you see in these areas, on dirt road, they're kind of bushes that called like ak. Yeah, sometime if I go to the farm, like I can show you. I think maybe I have to take picture and post what the ak means. It's kind of bush, all right. So now we don't have that many, you see here and there, but back in the day there were a lot of those kind of bushes, and that's what he's talking about, like these bushes, like they are kind of very high status. I don't know why he's saying. I think he's just explaining the old Punjab. I think these ak bushes, they were a lot back in the day. So yeah, that's what he's saying. Then he said gora rang hath cho kirju jime kirdi ret kore. Ret means a sand, right? If you like pick up the sand, right, it's gonna fall on between your hands because it's so like I don't know what you call it, like because you can't hold all sand. You can hold the some sand, but some is gonna just fall, right? That's what he's saying, karna, right? Then he was talking about, I don't know how, I think let me listen again. Yeah, he was saying gora rang hath cho karju jime kirdi ret kore. So it means the white color of your hand will go away, like the sand goes away from your hand, like if you try to pick. I don't know, I think he's trying to talk about like if you are in the village, you're gonna do some stuff with your hands, some kind of handwork, so your hands are gonna be dirty, so it's not gonna be white. I think that's what he's saying. I think that's I'm just guessing. I think that's what it means here. Again, it says hook. All right, I already explained this. So he is saying, "Tyon tyon gooda hunda taldi jimen sham kude." I don't know what he's talking about. Gooda hunda. I think gooda means kind of like a dark, but it's not the dark like the when it's get like darker at the night. It's mean a darker, like a dark color. Maybe it could be a dark blue, dark red. All right, that's what we use gooda as a dark. When it's getting dark, we use it like nera. All right, hanera or nera. So it means the dark. All right, when it's getting dark. So he's talking about like I don't know why he used the Kuda. I think maybe he just want to fit his song. So yeah, that's what it seems like. He's talking about dark. Jion jion taldi sham. Sham means evening. Tala means go down. I think he is talking about it's getting dark, like when the sun is going down. I think that's what I'm guessing. Sometimes so hard to guess. Even I'm a Punjabi native speaker, but there's some things the way he says in the song. Sometimes it's hard to guess. Then he said, Kharas de khamba utte hai tera na kode. Alright. Khamba means the wings of the word. I don't know what you call it. You call wings in English? I don't remember. Anyway, you know the wings of the word, what I'm trying to say. Kharas. I don't know about this word, honestly. I think maybe he's talking about word or something like that. So basically he is saying Khars de khamba, basically on his wing, your name. All right. Kode means he's saying to a girl, right? When he's talking to a girl, say kode, it means he's saying to the girl. All right. So basically he's saying to the girl like your name is on that word's wings. I don't know, I don't get it, but this is what he's saying. All right. So he was saying Sone tere hathan varge chadde din sare ni. So Sona means a beautiful, like a tere hath means your hands. Chadde din sare ni. Din means a day. Chadna means like then chadda means when it's getting morning. I think he's trying to say here like the days or the mornings are as beautiful as your hands. All right. Again, the way he was saying these last 2-3 lines, his meaning might be a little different, but that's what I'm interrupting, because the way he is using the lines is not the normal Punjabi. He's just fitting the words here and there. It could have different meanings slightly, but that's what I'm understanding. All right, in my understanding, when I listen to this song, that's how I understand. That's what I'm explaining. All right. Then he say Ishke di asal kamai. Alright, Ishq means kind of love. Kamai means kind of your earning. Asal means kind of real. Lara means, I don't know what you call in Lara in English. So okay, Lara basically means when you don't do it, something. Let's say you say, I'm gonna visit you tomorrow. Or maybe I ask you, hey, just visit me. You say, I'm gonna visit you tomorrow. You didn't come tomorrow. Then you say, I'm gonna visit you next week, whatever. Then you didn't visit next week. So it means you are like making the Lara, alright? Tu menu lare lai janni ho. Tusi menu lare jai ਜਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਾਰੇ ਲਾਈ ਜਾਨਾ or ਜਾਨੀ or whatever. All right. So that's Lara. When you some people to say you are gonna do that or you are gonna visit, but you don't do it, or you don't visit. That's Lara. So he was talking about um, the real earning of the love is Lara, all right? That's what he is saying. Um, because I don't know, when you're in the love, maybe, I don't know, some people just kind of flake on each other. I don't know what he's saying, honestly, but that's what it means. Then he said, Dasdan gal sach soni hasa na jani ni. Alright, I think this line is connected to the last one. Alright, he said, I'm telling you the truth. Hasa na jani ni. Hasa means a laugh, but it's not laugh here. So here it means like it's not a joke. Alright, hasa na jani ni. So here hasa means a joke. So he is saying, I'm telling you the truth. Don't take it as a joke, all right? So what he's saying, how you can connect to the last line. So he was saying in last line, the real earning of the love is Lara, all right? Then he says, I'm telling you the truth. Don't take it as a joke, all right? So I think maybe he's talking about when you just get in the relationship, something like that, you make a lot of lorries, whatever the reason. I think that's what he is saying, probably. So he said, oh jede khade sadkade. Sadkade is kind of bushish. Mostly we see basically on the dirt road, especially we have like a small canals, go to the farm for the water. It's first came to the river, then it's to become canal, the big canal, then it's become smaller canal, something like that. So mostly on the side of the canals, so these kind of sarkada, it's kind of bushes, all right? So he's telling you those bushes, mere hani ni. Hani means like they are that old, like I'm old, all right? Or they are same as me. When somebody say, "Eh mera hani hai, oh mera hani hai," so he was saying he is at my age. All right, that's what he's saying. Then he say, "Patthar te leeka hunde, mitde na lekh kude." So lake means kinda, I don't know what you call in English. Maybe your fate or destiny. So in Punjabi we say, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੇਖ ਆ ਉਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਲੇਖ means God already written your life how it's going to be, all right? So that's what he's talking about, all right? So if you write on the like a stone, first of all you can, but if you do, it's gonna be stay there maybe almost forever. I don't know forever, but for many years, right? So it's kind of permanent. So that's what he was saying. The lake, your destiny, whatever is written, is kind of permanent. You can't change it. That's what he's saying, all right? All right. So again, this is the hook. He was saying again and again, and that's it. The song is ended, all right? So probably you learn a lot of vocabulary here as word by word. There's some word only make sense when you put together, but there's some words it have different meaning when it's separate, like only one word. When it's used in the context, it could have different meanings. So yeah, there were a couple of lines. I can understand word to word what they mean, but when the way he put together, I have no idea why he's putting that way, because I don't understand. Like basically I couldn't connect, or I couldn't follow through like what does it mean, what he trying to say basically in some situations. But anyway, songs are the hardest thing to understand, but if you can understand, like I think if you even the native speaker, there would be some song you won't understand like 100%, 80%, 90%, maybe some song 100%, but It's very rarely. Mostly, I think 80 to 90%. That's why what we understand. All right, and mostly native speaker don't care. We don't care if we don't understand some lines. We just enjoy the song. What we understand. All right. Same. You should be. Whatever you understand, that's fine. If you wanna understand the song for the learning purposes, this is really good. You can just yeah, you can just listen my explanation when I explain. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this lesson. I learned something new today. I'll be back with another lesson another day.